It is Humble Cuber here, and in today's video, I will be doing a review of the Yuxin Little Magic Square 1. Before we get into the actual review itself, let's go over some basic information about the cube. Alright, so, as the name suggests, this cube is made by Yuxin, of course. It is 57 by 55 millimeters. It weighs 80.3 grams and released March 15th of last year. So just actually over a year, because now we're into April. March was just last year, or last month, I apologize for that. So, relatively new Square 1, and relatively new Square 1s are actually pretty good. So I have high hopes for this one, because I think this is actually my current main right now. So, let's get some turning on here. So, it's not bad at all. It's very smooth, like the pieces just glide along one another really well. I'm just trying to do some slow turning, just to see how this really works. It's different. It's a little bit bigger than the Volt, so it is a little bit different, and if you're used to the Volt, it can feel a little bit big and clunky inside your hand. So definitely something to consider. And the Volt also has very different turning style technique than the Yuxin Little Magic Square 1. But now with Square 1 gaining more popularity and getting more popular inside competitions, which is great, because I actually love Square 1 as an event, then it's good that we're getting better cubes out there and more customization. But this cube is just standard. This is a non-magnetic version. It is only $7 on thecubicle.com. You can go ahead and check that out. But I believe it's on sale right now for only $6. So go ahead and check that out right now after this video. So, and to actually touching the cube, you see this little green and blue center cap over there. You can, if you find a way to get your fingernail underneath there, then you can just pop that off. And as you can see, there's a screw right there, and you can just tension that however you want. Alright. Let's pop that back on. And I'm just going to get a parity set up, because, you know, parity is one of the most important parts about a Square 1. You get it 50% of the time, so I mean, this cube has to be able to perform well during a parity algorithm. Because 50% of the time, that means if it doesn't perform well in parity, that means 50% of the time you won't be doing well on Square 1. Because if it locks up a lot, then it's not good for parity, because parity you have to do it relatively fast, otherwise it downs your time by a lot. Alrighty, so finishing up here. Alright, so I'm going to get a parity set up and I'll be right back. Alrighty, now I have this parity algorithm set up, so let's see how it performs in here. Once again, I love that smooth feeling of the cube. It just feels really nice inside your hand. So it can do parity in about 3 to 4 seconds, depending on your TPS. I'm not the fastest at parity, because on my solves I go more for efficiency than I do actually on speed. So, but this cube is pretty good. The corner cutting on here is like if you overshoot on this line a little bit, it can still go there pretty well. Like even that line right there, then it can go to the line, and then like that, it can still line up by itself. So this is not a bad budget cube at all. I mean, for only $7, this is actually one of the top Square 1s on the market right now. And the magnetic version is only $3 more. Then if you want the Cubicle Pro Shop to set it up for you, that is only $20 for a magnetic Pro Shop. Yuxin Little Magic. So that's not bad at all. Link for all three of them will be down inside the description if you want a magnetic, a Pro Shop, or a regular one. So all in all, this is a pretty great cube. On this cube, I average about 40 to 50 second solves on here. So not completely horrible, but my average is around like 45, so that makes sense a little bit. And just performing algorithms on this cube, it just feels really nice because of how smooth it is. But it's also very stable at the same time. Like you can't do like YouTube moves very easily. Because that's kind of good though, because when you're doing algs really fast, then you don't want to be able to overshoot very easily. Because that can cause you to mess up and lose your train of thought, and you have to restart all over again. I know that's what happened to me when I was a beginner, and my Square 1 was not that great, and then it didn't go too well. Alright, so, I think that basically wraps it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe, and share with your friends to help grow the channel. And I hope you all have a great day, and happy cubing.